Hi guys, good night, good night, good night. How is everyone today? I just wanted to do a very quick live video because I realized I haven't really spoken to you all for the week, have I? Right, so I just wanted to do a very quick live video to touch base with you and to talk to you about what's next in your business. Right? Hi Genevieve, how you going? Long time no see. Nice to have you here with us today, tonight, and that kind of thing. As usual, I want to share this in my group, Dynamic Business Strategists. And if you're not in there, you need to get in there as soon as possible, right? As Dynamic Business Strategists, right? So let me just share it there so that we can go live. Yeah, so guys, I just wanted to touch base really quickly and remind you all. I've been telling you over the last week and a half, or last month I should say, about planning for your 2018, right? Planning for 2018 and the importance of making sure that you write down all the things that you want to happen in 2018. It's important that you get it out of your head and make sure you write it down on paper and be very specific about what you want to happen. Not just say, I want more clients or I want to make more money and that kind of thing. Get very specific about what you want to actually happen during maybe like the first 90 days in your business. And again, we say 90 days because 90 days is very it's easier for you to envision. It's easier for you to see what could happen in 3 months, 90 days, 12 weeks, as opposed to trying to plan and envision the whole thing for 12 months, right? So I just wanted to come on tonight again and encourage you to, hi Richard, encourage you to really plan out what is next in your business, right? I mean, you should be at a stage, whether you're now starting out or you've been in business a few months, or even business a few years, you should always be at a stage where you know what is going to happen in your business tomorrow. Can you say that you know what is going to happen in your business tomorrow? You need to plan those things out in advance so that you do not, hi Tassian, so that you do not wake up every morning wondering, oh my God, what am I going to do today? What am I going to post today? What am I going to say today? What email am I going to share today? What valuable content am I going to share, right? Hi Richard, missing you too. So you have to plan those things in advance so that your what next is planned out. But one thing specifically I wanted to talk to you about today, just based on conversations that I've had with entrepreneurs over the last few days, is that when you are planning out the activities that you want to happen in 2018, I want you to push your imagination, push that creativity, so that you move beyond your comfort zone into a zone where greater and better things are happening in your business and in your life, right? So I want you to start to think, every time you write a plan, every time you write on what you want to do, just ask yourself, and what next? And what next? And what next? How else can I reach my ideal clients? How else can I share this valuable information? Who else can I collaborate with? Where else can I network? Just push yourself out of your comfort zone, because so many of us are still operating in that very comfortable space, right, which limits us to how much we can grow. I want you to start to consider, pushing yourself and challenging yourself to go beyond that space, go beyond what you have been doing. Even though what you've been doing right now is making you money, go beyond that. For those of you who are still frightened about starting videos, for example, or those of you who are still thinking about how to start a blog, or for those of you who are still waiting for whatever reason to start your email list, for those of you who are afraid to start the collaborations and the networkings and the speaking engagements, or showing the behind the scenes of your business, I want to encourage you today to make that part of your priority. for 2018. Because in order for you to grow, you have to get out of your comfort zone, right? You have to transition into something that is bigger and better. You have to move yourself beyond the thing that you're doing right now into something greater and better. And nobody has control over that except you. The reason that you may not be making money, the reason that you may not be, reaching the people that you want to reach, is not because of your clients, it's not because of the economy. Yes, those things have a part to play, but this is the time for you to really push yourself beyond that limit. Push your creativity, because a lot of you are so creative and you're hiding behind your computer. You're doing the bare minimum and getting the bare minimum. But if you want to get the maximum, you have to do more than the bare minimum. You have to do the best. You have to really go out there. Yeah? Yes, Genevieve. So like how I introduce myself, or what to offer or ask for. Go beyond. If you know, for example, that you only show up twice a week, this is the time for you to commit to show up every single day. This is the time for you to engage with your audience. This is the time for you to do videos and write your blogs and really figure out that thing that you're doing, that is the thing that you're doing that is making the money. Do it bigger, do it better, so that you get greater rewards. Guys, really, 2017, I know, was a really, really tough year for a lot of entrepreneurs, right? Because things shifted a lot in everybody's business. And that's fine. This is part of our growth. This is part of how we become better. But what you need to make a decision to do, that is your decision. And this is your commitment to do better, to do more, to get out of your comfort zone, to stop hiding behind your computer, go out and meet your clients face to face, do speaking engagements, collaborate more with people, figure out those strategies and tools that will work in your business, and do it bigger, better, and greater. That is what I'm encouraging you to do, because at the end of the day, right, a lot of you are working on the bare minimum. The bare minimum. And I say this with no apology, because I speak to a lot of you every single day, right? And you are literally working on the bare minimum. Agreed, Richard. It is time to change your strategy. Remember, your goal remains the same, but your strategy can change. And you have to make that commitment from now, December, right? Today is December 7th, to adjust your strategy so that you can get closer to your goal. We have this saying that, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. If you're doing something over and over and not getting the results you want, you have to make a decision either to, one, change that strategy or improve that strategy. But you have to make a decision. And it may not be working for a number of reasons. The way that you're communicating it might make a difference. Who you're targeting might make a difference. Where you're communicating the information might make a difference. You know what I mean? And how often you are communicating the information might make a difference. But you have to, take that time to delve into your business, look at your analytics, look at your responses, talk to your clients, engage with people that you are selling to, and get that information so that you have the opportunity now to change your strategy going into 2018. It is important for you to understand that now is the time to do that. Now is actually the best time for you to do something like that. It is the best time. There's no better time than the present for you to actually, get up and make the decision to do that. And that's why I keep telling you over the last 2 weeks, I keep saying, write down your goals, write it down on paper, guys. Get it out your head, do a brain flush, get feedback from your clients, go and get your testimonials, go and look at your analytics and what is happening, what has happened over the last 6 months to 12 months, and really examine what has worked and what has not worked, right? And step out of your comfort zone. What is that one thing that makes you so uncomfortable when you think about it? right? Or even when you speak about it, but you know that if you do that one thing, your business is going to change. What is that one thing? Tell us in the comments below. Tell me in the comments below, what is that one thing? Whatever that thing is, I want you to commit to making that happen in 2018. No more talking about it, because a lot of you planned a lot of stuff in 2017, right? You had this long list of things that you wanted to accomplish. Have you actually accomplished those things? How many of those things have you actually seen to completion? Right? That's a serious question you have to ask yourself, because what is going to happen is that if you do not get up and if you do not push yourself outside of your comfort zone, 2018 is also going to end, and you would not have completed the things that you said you wanted to do. So you have to make a commitment. Not your coach, not your graphic artist, not your accountant, not your does not matter. It is all on you. You want to see success, you want to experience success, you want to make a difference in your life, difference in your family life. You want to create a business that you love, you want to create a different lifestyle, then you have to make the commitment to make a change. You have to decide, what do I need to do right now in order to get me to where I need to be? Make sense? Tell me in the comments below if that makes any sense to you. Tell me if that makes any sense, guys. I'm just looking at comments on the computer too, because sometimes they don't show up on the phone for some reason. Tell me if that makes any sense to you, and what you are committing to do right now to, see that change in your business and see, get you closer to your goal. I mean, a lot of what you have to do is look at your marketing strategy. Now, you have to, obviously, right? But I also want to encourage you not to get tied up, or not to get distracted, or not to procrastinate on making sure your logo is complete, making sure your website is complete. All those things are necessary, yes, to an extent, but you also have to be able to understand that you have to get into action now, while you are creating those pieces, those elements for your business, right? It doesn't mean that everything has to come to a halt while you are creating your logo. Everything has to come to a halt because you are creating your website. All those things come into play after, but you need to make sure and show up where your ideal clients are, provide valuable content every single day, and then get into the habit of selling by providing valuable content every single day. That is what you are supposed to be doing as an entrepreneur, right? So that's the message I wanted to tell you today, because that was what's in my heart, and I said, I need to just tell everybody this, that we need to just get out of our comfort zone. Because too many times when I talk to entrepreneurs there and I'm asking them, so what are you doing to market your business? And the usual answer is, well, I'm posting on my Facebook page. Okay, and what else? Because the fact is, if you only have a Facebook page, people are not going to buy from you. If people don't know you exist, unless you're doing ads and spending a good amount of money producing ads, unless you're doing ads, the ads that are driving people to your page, or ads that are driving people to your website, then people are not going to buy from you. You have to make an effort to do strategies that will drive people to your business. So whether it is posting in other groups, posting in forums where your ideal clients are, by sharing valuable information every single day, by creating an email list so that you can speak directly to your audience every single week, by doing videos like this that you can either boost or do as an ad, by doing networking events, by doing collaborations and those kind of things. Just posting on your Facebook page or just posting on your Instagram with some really nice hashtags would not guarantee that you get the sale. And that's why I say, when you're doing marketing, Marketing is a combination of activities that you do together in order to get the results that you want. So posting is one thing. You have to consider all the other things that you need to do that will complement the posting on your Facebook page, or will complement the posting on the groups or the forums where your ideal clients may be. Yes? 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 Tell me if you have any questions below. Tell me if you have any questions. I'm just checking here because I say it doesn't always show up. Tell me if you have any questions in the comments below so that we can answer the questions. I can answer the questions and help you. What are the challenges that you're having in your business right now? What are the things that are making you feel stuck? What is that one thing you know that you should be doing? That one scary thing that you know that you should be doing in your business right now in order for you to grow, in order for you to like break through that glass ceiling, in order for you to get in front of your ideal clients, in order for you to make that $100,000 mark at the end of the year. What is that thing that you need to do? That thing that you keep procrastinating about, that thing you keep putting off because you have all types of excuses about why you should not get it done. What is that thing that you are doing to yourself? Because, you know, by you not doing that, you actually sabotaging your own success, right? And then you would turn and say, well, clients are not buying, nobody's buying from me, they're just liking my page, they're not buying, nobody's hearing me, nobody's listening to me. But a lot of times it's because of what you are doing or what you are failing to do in your business, right? So it really boils down to what you are doing. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to get out from behind the computer. You have to commit to doing bigger and better so that you can experience bigger and better in your business. You have to commit to doing more than the bare minimum in your business, because you have to be truthful with yourself, and a lot of you know that you are just doing the bare minimum. You're not reaching out to people, you're not sending emails, you're not picking up the phone, you're not doing your videos, you're not doing your blogging, you're not collaborating, you're not even engaging with other people, right? You're just posting, but you are not engaging and building relationships with other people. You're not doing any of those things, yet you expect, because you posted a flyer, or because you posted a link to your Facebook page, or a link to your website, or a link to your magazine, or a link to whatever, that people should buy from you. But why should they buy from you if you're not even engaging with them on a normal basis? That makes no sense, right? Because people want to buy from people. People want to buy from people they think care about them, right? And have a really invested interest in their betterment, and in providing them with a valuable product and service. But if they never see you engaging, and they only see you advertising by sharing links to your page, or a flyer and that kind of thing, people are not going to buy, because that's not, in this day and age, that is not how you get clients. That is not how you secure the best clients, and that is not how you're going to grow your business, right? So it's also about engaging, sharing valuable information, and building those relationships. Yeah? Any questions, guys? Any questions at all? No? No? Good. So I just wanted to share that information to you. Tessian says, need to learn how to do blogs and videos on a regular basis and come out of my comfort zone. We'd like to do a collaboration also. So great, Tessian. You have to first figure out who your ideal clients are. So that when you do the blogs, you don't just post it on your Facebook page, right? You will share the blogs wherever they are, right? So it might be in other groups, it might be on Instagram, it might be on LinkedIn. Figure out where your ideal clients are so you can do the blogs. And the blogs are just added pieces of content, and the content that you get is just based on questions that your ideal clients ask you. Every time your client asks you a question, that is a piece of content that you share, because you might find the question is very simplistic or the answer is very simplistic, but like more than likely the answer is not very simplistic to somebody else, right? And that is an opportunity for you to share value and show yourself as an expert, even though you may think it's very, very simple. It may not be simple to somebody else, right? And so just create a schedule. You can blog once a week or once every other week, depending on what it is you're selling or what your ideal clients respond to. But create a schedule. That's why you have a calendar. Put the dates in the calendar in advance of when you want the blogs to go out, when you're going to do the research for the blog. So in your calendar, for example, don't just put write a blog, right? What you will do, so let's just say you want your blog to go out on Sunday. What I would suggest you do is Tuesday you will put do research for blog. Thursday you might say find imagery for blog. And then maybe on Saturday you pull all the information together and write the blog, and then you schedule it so that it goes out to your audience on Sunday. So you have to find different tactics that will work for you. That works for some people. Other people could go on, like myself, I could go on and just write a blog, find my images, and post it all in an hour. But that's me. So you have to find what works for you, because what works for me might not work for you, because it's not a one size fits all. The same thing with your videos. The easiest way to get regular with your videos is to choose a date and time when you want to share your videos. So let's just say you want to do 2 videos a week. You know that every Monday at 7 p.m. or every Wednesday at 7 p.m. those are the 2 days that you're going to do a video. You do an alarm on your phone, you do a screensaver, you write it in your diary if you have to, but schedule it like that, right? And even choose the topics in advance, so that the day that you have to go and do the video, you're not like, no, okay, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? Schedule your videos in advance. Schedule the topics you want to talk about in advance, so that you know you're going on 7 o'clock, and you know, even by lunchtime, by Monday, you can look at that and say, okay, I'm going to talk about X. You have time to just make some bullet points and whatever. So at 7 o'clock on Monday, you go live. I mean, you tell your audience in advance as well, so they expect you live. They know what the topic is going to be, and then you go on. Live. So schedule it, right? You are in charge of that. Use your diaries, use your schedulers, use your phone, use your alarms, use your screensaver. Use your business bestie who can remind you of when things are supposed to happen, but schedule those things in advance, so that you are not stuck saying, oh my God, I haven't written a blog in 3 months, right? And if you say that, it's really because you really didn't plan it. So what you're saying makes no sense. You didn't plan it. You didn't actually want to do it. If you wanted to do it, you would have planned it. Yeah. I'm running out of looks to do is what you want to know, a good option. I'm not sure. Genevieve, I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm not sure what you're asking, babes. Write over that question for me. I'm running out of looks to do is a question being asked. You're welcome, Tessian. What you want to know? A good option. I'm not sure. So yeah, rewrite that question for me, Genevieve, so I can answer you. Now remember, guys, your content can be repurposed. So if you are posting something in January, right, there's no rule that says that when March comes or April comes, you cannot repost the same information. You can repost the same information. That's called repurposing information, right? And that's fine. That's what a lot of people do, because it's not expected that every single day that you get up, you have a brand new idea for content. You can repurpose the information if the information was not for a specific time. So for example, if you post Carnival Looks Genevieve, right, obviously you're not going to post Carnival Looks in July, right? But if you post in January, everyday looks, or looks for Friday evening from office to evening lime or whatever, that is what you call evergreen content. Evergreen content is content that you can use over and over and over again, and that is something that if you post in January, you can definitely post it again in April, and then you can definitely post it again in July, because it's content that lives on and on and on, and it does not get old, it does not die, right? So every time you're planning your 30 days, your 30 days, your 90 days, over the 90 days you want to cover maybe like 10 particular topics, or 20 particular topics. Some of those topics can be repeated when you start to plan for your next 90 days, because they are evergreen content, right? But you have to develop a system where you are consistent. You have to get out of that comfort zone and just be consistent. Hi Yara, be consistent with your sharing of value, be consistent with your posting, be consistent with your collaborations, be consistent with your networking, and just be consistent with your visibility, both online and offline. Yeah, so it's something that you have to plan, guys, because, and I mean, as you get into business and as you go along, there would be times that things just pop up that you didn't plan. That's fine, that totally happens, and that's totally okay, right? But for the most part, successful entrepreneurs usually have a schedule of events planned for the year already, or they have a schedule of, like, let's just say a magazine. When a magazine has to roll out for 2018, by now people who are doing magazines, they already know what their theme is going to be for 2018. So if the magazine comes out once a quarter, so every 4 months, they already have a general idea what the theme is going to be for each month. They already have it for each quarter. They already have a general idea of who the advertisers they want to focus on for each quarter. They plan those things in advance, and then they start to fill up these spots. So I always tell you, start with the end in mind. Start with the thing that you want to happen. Write that down. This is what you want to happen. I want to collaborate with this person, or I want to earn $10,000, and then move backwards, right? So in order for me to make $10,000, what are the products or services that I have to sell, and how many of the products and services that I have to sell, which means how many people do I have to speak to, how many people do I have to engage with, and where do I need to go in order to engage with this amount of people in order for me to make $10,000. So start with the end in mind. So your end product is to get a certain thing, and then you break it down into smaller parts. Make sense? Tessian, Genevieve, Yara, sorry, Richard, does that make sense to you? Start with the end in mind, and then move forward from there. Then create the strategy and break it down into smaller steps, smaller manageable steps that you can swallow and that is not going to be overwhelming. Because the reason we get overwhelmed or frustrated is because we look at this big picture. We look at the big picture, and just looking at that big picture, we get overwhelmed. Take that big picture and break it down into smaller parts. Break it down into all these small steps that you have to take, because the reality is some steps have to happen before others, right? So get that clear. Some steps have to happen before others. So this has to happen first, and in order for step 2 to happen, step 1 has to be completed, then step 2, then step 3, then step 4, and all of that is getting you closer to your final goal, to your final, the final thing that you want to happen at the end of your 90 days. So that is how you but you have to plan it out, write it out, guys. Don't hold that in your head. Yeah, think about it. Break it down into smaller parts so that you actually feel like something is happening, as opposed to working whole week, you're active whole week, and then when Friday night comes, you're like, okay, well, what did I really accomplish this week? I actually accomplished nothing, and I got 2 sales. When that happens, most times it's because you didn't plan out what was supposed to happen. You just were kind of winging it, and that's not the way to run a business, right? You can't be winging stuff anymore. We passed that stage of winging stuff. It's all about planning things out and having a clear goal and a clear strategy to get you to where you want to go. Yeah? So I'm glad that's helpful to you, right? I'm glad it's helpful to you, Tessian and Genevieve and Yara and Richard. So I'm glad that makes sense. And as usual, guys, you know, as you go through the process, as you continue to plan for 2018, as you set your goals and you break it down into smaller parts, you know, feel free to drop your questions in the comments. I would always come back because it will pop up on my phone. I'll always come back and answer any questions you have about how you go about planning for your 2018 and what steps you should be taking to make sure that, you know, you have a smooth 90 days. But really start with that 90-day plan first, right? Thanks for the thumbs up. Give me some hearts. You know, really start with that 90 days, and then when you reach, like, you know, 70 days or something, start a plan for the next 90 days so that you have a continuous flow, because once 1 year 90 days ends, it should flow seamlessly into the next 90 days, right? So that by the end of the year, you should have accomplished some really big goals. But it really starts with you getting out of your comfort zone, doing that thing that you know that is creating those butterflies and getting you nervous and that kind of thing, so that you can get closer to your goal. Change your strategies. If you know your strategies are not working, this is the time for you to change your strategies. This is the time for you to really delve into what is working and what is not working, and figure out a new strategy for your business. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. And, you know, just to remind you that next week Friday, which is the 15th of December, we are having a 1-day workshop, right? And it's all about what I've been talking about over the last 2 weeks, about helping you get alignment, helping you plan out your year, plan out for 2018, I should say, helping you identify your ideal clients, set that goal, understand the strategies that you need to be doing in your business in order to get an amount of money that you want, and to set up your business how you want, how to automate your business so that you get exactly what you want, how to create content so that you are constantly visible and you are consistently visible in your business, right? And this 1-day workshop is only $450, right? I want to take a maximum of, let's say, 20 persons, 12 to 15 persons, I should say, 12 to 15 persons. It's next week Friday. It's $450 TT, and it's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., right? And it's open to all entrepreneurs who are ready to really create that business that they want, who are tired of sitting back and complaining that things are not working, they don't have this, they don't have that, they don't know how to start, they don't know how to move. If that is what is happening to you right now, and you feel stuck and you just need that motivation and momentum to move forward, then this workshop is for you, right? How can you tell who's your ideal client? I sell cakes, pastries, finger foods, and small catering, so that no, it's not everyone. So, so Tessian, what you need to do is go back to who you have sold to already. There are certain similarities with the people who you have sold to, right? So you need to start to create what we call an ideal client avatar. And so write this down, right? So creating an ideal client avatar means that you have to answer certain questions. Look back at the people who have bought from you. Were they male, female? What age bracket did they fall into? What kind of money did they spend? What was their disposable income? So on average, how much money did they spend? Are they married, single, or divorced? Because trust me, people feel that those things don't make a difference. But trust me, a woman who is single spends money differently from a woman who is married. A woman who has kids spends money differently from a woman who does not have kids. And same thing for a man. So that's why you need to know this information. So male, female, married, single, divorced, what age group do they fall in? Do they have kids or not? Which part of the country do they live? What is their disposable income in the sense of how much do they spend on average when they come and buy from you? How often do they buy, right? Who do they follow online and offline? Who influences them, right? and then figure out what is the challenge that you're solving. So why would somebody buy cakes? Why are they buying pastries? Why are they buying finger foods? What are the occasions that they are buying it for? Is it a personal thing? You know, you also have to look at, are they working public sector, private sector? Are they entrepreneurs? That kind of thing. So you have to understand their buying habits in order for you to understand who your ideal client is, because your ideal client is not everybody. It's almost like saying somebody who sells clothes, their ideal client is everybody. That's not the truth, because it depends on the type of clothes. So if you sell clothes for plus size ladies, that's going to be your ideal clients, right? If you sell clothes for short people, that's going to be ideal clients. If you sell clothes with that are African inspired, that's a different set of ideal clients. So you don't assume because it's food that your ideal client is everybody, because not everybody buys cakes, not everybody buys pastries, and not everybody, hi Alexandra, and not everybody is into finger foods, or not everybody is going to hire a caterer. So you have to get very, very specific about who's buying from you. So start by looking back at who has bought from you already, and create an avatar. Write it out: male, female, married, single, divorce, what age group they fall in, what is their disposable income, meaning how much do they spend from you on average, how often do they buy, what is the occasions that they buy, where are they online, if they're online at all, where are they offline, if they're offline at all, where do they look where do they normally go to find somebody who sells cakes, pastries, finger foods, and offers small catering? Where do they normally go? Do they normally go on Facebook? Do they normally ask a friend? Do they normally ask a family member? So you create that ideal client avatar. And all of these things we will be talking about in the workshop next week, Friday, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., right? And it's $450 for the workshop. I'm going to drop the details of the workshop in the comments, right? It's going to be held at the Global Services International Hub at 25 Ramsran Street, Shogunas. And in the comments, there's a link for you to secure your space, right? It's only $450, and it's a steal of a deal, guys. We're working whole day. We're going to create a marketing plan and a strategy that is suitable for your business. It's not a one size fits all, we know, so that you can really go into 2018 with a really clear sense of who you're serving, what you're selling, and how you will be selling it to your ideal clients. Yeah? Any questions before we log off? Any questions at all? No? Okay. So thanks guys for joining me tonight, and I will talk to you all again pretty soon. As usual, if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below, send me a private message, or email me at adana@mkgdynamics.com, and I will be sure to answer your questions. Yeah, not a problem, Tessian. Right, so we'll talk again pretty soon, and sign up for that workshop on December 15 is our end of year workshop. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.